Out at Poland today doing some shed hunting. We wanted to get out here before March, but our weather turned really bad for a while. Had a ton of snow and single-digit temps. So it's beautiful today though, March 8th, and it's 65 degrees, breezy. Great day to hopefully find some antlers. All right, we're getting a signal from Brock here that he found something. Let's see what it is. Holy mackerel, looks like a deadhead in the bedding area. Yep.
Look at the mass.
Holy cow, hold that baby up there. Turn that thing sideways.
Is that the one that...
No, I don't know. I don't know where this one came from. We haven't seen him. Haven't seen him on trail cam. And he's had a split back here. The squirrels have gnawed him up. But
who knows what was up here?
But this is all bedding right here. This, you can see it doesn't look that thick now, but
man, he carries his mass out all the way.
This gets really thick in the early season. There's two main bedding areas in this 15-acre plot here, and then on further way the camera's looking. But
I was just thinking too.
Look at this mass.
Find a big deadhead.
That's an old one though. That's been there for a while. See him looking at the bones.
That much mass to be chewed up. No, there's nothing there. But man, that's cool.
Well, it would have been better to harvest him.
I'll use it as decoration.
Well, that'll be fun though to keep.
Could that have been from the previous year since we weren't able to go back?
Yeah,
could have been.
As much as that's chewed too with that much mass.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so the deadhead was found about 35 yards away. And here are his leg bones, couple of vertebrae. And then Brock said over here, there are briars there. You have ribs over there?
Yeah, ribs, spinal cord.
I'm curious to see if that buck was shot. So I'm going to turn the camera off, go around these briars, and then we'll see what we can find. Made it around the briars here, so let's see. Spinal column. Definitely rib bones. I'm just curious to see if there's any broadhead or bullet marks. Those look pretty clean. There they are. Hey, there's a rib cage. Ribs. Oh yeah, that's his whole. Here's his lower jaw.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. You know what's scary? That lower jaw, he's not worn real deep down into that dentin, down into the black. That may not be an old deer.
That much.
Holy mackerel. Look at this thing. We've got some great genetics down here, there's no doubt.
I mean, you got this could be out.
Yeah.
7 inches. Main beam.
Sweet. Well, I'm not seeing any damaged ribs.
No.
They actually look intact, all of them.
Yeah. Well,
makes you wonder, it's disease? I don't know. He's not old. Can't be old just based on what those teeth look like. At least I don't think, but again, I'm no wildlife biologist, but bones don't look damaged, that's for sure. Seen a lot of rubs that we didn't get to see during the season because obviously we don't want to go tromping through the woods. But some big rubs. A lot of beds, especially inside the bedding area. Imagine that, right? But again, you know, you just don't want to invade those areas and go walking through those during season. So this post-season scouting is beneficial for that. Kind of confirms what you know, where the bedding areas are, the type of bucks you have based on not just what you see on trail cam and in person, but the rubs, the sign that they leave behind. So haven't found any more antlers, just a deadhead. I did find a shoulder blade, and I'm going to go back to that spot and see if we can get a couple more And I'm going to do some broadhead testing on these shoulder blades. Compare different broadheads and see how they work. Giant rubs everywhere in here. Any luck? Well, got a shoulder blade to do some broadhead testing with. That'll be fun. So our woods is split up into two sections. A little chunk on the west side. Long-time, lifelong friend owns the 12 next to it. And then the big chunk of our woods is to the east. But this field right here is has been farmed by the farmer who owns tons of acres around here. And there's my little shed hunt helper there, my wife. So this field right here, though, it's about 1/3 of an acre. We're going to plant a food plot in for this year. Obviously, they get corn and beans during, regular season like that. But come late season, the weather we just had with single-digit temps and, a foot and a half of snow on the ground, it's hard for these deer. So if we can give them some good nutrients, post-rut, especially heading into those kind of temps, they'll just be stronger and a healthier herd, for the following season. So kind of a successful day of shed hunting, even though we didn't find sheds. We did find this killer deadhead, which was a stud buck at one time. Mass carries all the way up, and he's missing at least 6 inches off those main beams, several points. Had to be in that 12, 13 point range. And then one shoulder blade. Couldn't find the others. I'm gonna do some broadhead testing with. So, find the deadhead. It's not optimal. The only deadheads we want to find are because we put an arrow through their vitals. But at the same time, that speaks to the genetics that we have around here. And based on what we saw on the hoof and on trail cam and in this guy, there's no doubt about the genetics here at Poland.